Good morning. I just woke up. I had an omelet and I powered up Daily Mail and I'm like, what's going on? And I just saw this in the sidebar. Meghan Markle puts on a stunning display in a $2,000 silky ensemble as she takes center stage at SXSW for star-studded International Women's Day panel as adoring Prince Harry watches from front row. This was from a couple of days ago, but I didn't really get a chance to dissect her outfit. I'm not going to do it today because today I'm really talking about this epic article that I just saw. So they're starting to turn on William and they're starting to eat him up alive. And yesterday, one of them threw, what's her name? Kate under the bus. Today, and this was on the Daily Mail, Sarah Vine. I hope you didn't just see my empty plate from my omelet. I didn't clear the table yet. So Sarah Vine threw Kate under the bus yesterday. And today, it's another journalist from the Daily Mail, the same paper, that has now epically thrown William under the bus. So they're frustrated. You know, they're getting frustrated and they're trying to make this, it's all Meghan's fault. Meghan caused the whole thing, okay? And she called, what did she call? She said the miserables of Montecito. I don't know. I mean, if miserable, well, you know, the world has turned upside down. So up is down and down is up. Right is wrong and wrong is right. Truth is fake and fake is true. Yeah. So you can't really, you know, you don't even know what to say anymore because the miserables of Montecito, I would think it's the opposite. I mean, they don't look miserable to me. For the moment, anyway, for the moment. They don't look miserable. Do they look miserable? Is this what miserable looks like? Because if it is, give me some of that. Give me some of that. You guys, you keep staying out of it. Keep out of it. Keep out of it. Don't have anything to say. Keep your distance. This is not the time to help. Harry, this is not the time to help. Stay your miserable behind in Montecito. Because if this is misery, I want some of that. But I digress. Let's go back up. I'm starting the day with a bit of a headache, so I'm probably not going to do a lot of videos today. But these people, they just keep it giving. They keep giving. They just keep giving me more and more to talk about it. I'm just like, they've exhausted me. This must be some kind of book deal or a movie or something. Maybe it's series. Maybe this is a TV series. This is like a mystery, right? So this is Maureen Callahan. Sussex Squad. Do you guys know who this is? I have no idea who she is. I really avoided the Daily Mail for all these years. I'm only now going to it because of this story, because they are in England and I want to hear what they have to say. But as a general rule, I avoided them. I have no idea who Maureen Callahan is. But wow, did she say a mouthful? And I hate to say it, but in part, I agree with her. I would say that I'm about 70% in agreement with what she said in this article. And this was published yesterday at 1942, you know, about 7:45 yesterday. How could the palace let Kate take the fall? This is a good question. I totally agree. Even if Kate did doctor those pictures, right? And if she insisted that she be the one to take the fall, given the context, again, we have to go back to the context of the last 3 months of her illness, her convalescence, her lengthy illness and lengthy convalescence. You know, this is the first time back out in the public. So she's still, you know, all the talk about her fragility, how fragile she is. And she has a husband. She has a husband. She has a husband. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Husbands protect their wives as a general rule. As a general rule. You don't stand, I mean, I don't know. I've never been a husband. For that matter, I have never been a wife, right? But if I'm going to be a wife, it better damn well be with a man who's going to protect me, right? And it needs to be by instinct. Do you know how I know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that Bill Clinton loves Hillary Clinton. I mean, you say whatever you want about Bill Clinton. He was a scoundrel, right? He was a scoundrel of a man, right? And I don't want a husband who cheats on me because, you know, I'm very particular about my health. Don't put me in danger, right? And your cheating puts me in danger, right? So on that level, I have no respect for Bill Clinton. But the one thing I respected about Bill Clinton, I don't hate Bill Clinton. There are many things I liked about him in spite of him being a bad husband. There was that one time when he and Hillary were at some kind of a press conference or interview, whatever, and the lighting above them just began to fall, and it was going to fall on top of Hillary. And the way this man instinctively, it was instinct. He had no time to think about this and debate this and say it depends on what the meaning of is. It was his wife. And he leapt on top of Hillary to protect her from that falling light fixture coming down on her head. And I must have been a teenager, and even I knew that that was a man who loved this woman and who was willing to protect her at any cost, even if it meant that he was going to be injured, right? Okay, he cheats. That's a different thing, okay? Husbands protect wives. This is instinct. If you're married to a man who does not have the protective instinct towards you, you're married to the wrong man. That's what they're for. The testosterone that they were given by whoever programmed us to be this way was for that reason, to protect his woman and his children. This is instinct. And this protection is not just physically throwing yourself on top of your wife to protect her from a falling light fixture. It's also a situation like this where your wife has been sick for months. My God. And she doctored an image so epically, horribly, so badly. She's such an amateur that she really PHOCKED'd the photograph, right? She really mucked it up, right? And now the entire world is coming down on her. She looks dishonest. She looks sneaky. She looks like a liar, right? And everybody's coming down on her. Even CNN is going to go back in and look at all the photos that she ever sent them because they don't trust her as far as they can throw her at this point, right? And you are her husband. You are her knight in shining armor. You are the one who's supposed to protect her from all ills, whatever those vows were you took back in that cathedral 10 or 15 years ago. And all you can do in the middle of all this is remain silent and watch your wife get ripped to shreds. Her entire credibility, everything, her reputation, everything because of something that you admit you did together. You said that you took this picture. You said, or she said, somebody said, well, she said because she signed off on this apology, right? Did she sign this apology or was this a forgery? Was this a forgery, Maureen Callahan? This is what y'all need to be investigating. Is this an authentic apology from the Princess of Wales? And if it is, why hasn't her husband stepped up like a gentleman, like her knight in shining armor, and at least take a part of the responsibility for the mistake? Catherine took the whole brunt of this, and he took the picture? He took the picture. He couldn't have even said, well, you know, it was my idea to fix, you know, I don't know what the hell he could have really said, to be perfectly honest with you. I have no idea, right? I have no idea, okay? But I agree with Maureen. Worst of all, it gave the cheerleaders for the Miserables of Montecito an opening that they most distastefully took. Miserables of Montecito. You wish. This one is not on Megan. This one is on y'all. Y'all want misery wants company. Miserables in Montecito. Megan was in Canada, Whistler, Canada. She was in Utah. She just got back from Texas. God only knows where she's going to show up next. Megan is happy. Soon we're going to see her in her string bikini in St. Bart's, right? Miserables of Montecito. No, the Miserables of London. The Miserables of London, you mean, Maureen. Maureen. Okay? This isn't a mistake Megan would ever. Okay, I'm not getting into that because I don't, this is not even my point, right? Whether Megan would make such a mistake or not, I don't know. The point is she didn't make this mistake. Like, let's keep ourselves focused on the issue at hand, you guys. Okay, I have a headache. I have to stop. My head starts pounding when I get like this. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh, I'm too old for this. Okay, so even as Kate suffers this bitchy battle of transatlantic one-upmanship continues, transatlantic one-upmanship, there are people in your own country who are demanding answers, Maureen. Even you are demanding answers in this article. What do you mean, bitchy transatlantic one-upmanship? Nobody across the Atlantic have said a word. Megan has not said a word. Megan has been living her life. She just got back from Texas to show some respect to women, to help to make women have some equity in the world. She's doing her work with Sussex.com and her family and her husband, her children. She's not trying to one-up anybody. She didn't create a situation to try to one-up Kate. If she had created a situation and orchestrated a situation, then you can say that she's trying to one-up Kate. But she had absolutely nothing to do with this. Let's keep focused on the issue. You want to solve the issue? You want to know what really is going on with Kate? Stop looking at Megan. You're looking in the wrong direction, people. And the more you do that, is the worse you make it for Kate. You all will never learn. You'll never learn. So you're saying now, here's Maureen. She fell on her sword. Oh, okay. Well, at least we're admitting that. Writing a message, minimizing her skill set, and making her sound like a dithering, silly woman rather than the dignified future queen she is. Well, I have to say that, the idea that Kate is a photographer and she just made all of these errors, it means that she needs to retake the course. She needs to retake the photography course. This is an F. This is a fail, right? Because, very glaring errors, like even one I saw with Louis' finger, that could have been fixed, or even her ring, 12 retouches, and she couldn't figure this out. Then she needs to take photography 101 over again. Right? She has a failing grade. We can agree with that, right? Amateur photographer. Kate didn't either. She didn't do this or she needs to retake photography. So, Maureen, let's unpack that first line, shall we? Kate was an art history graduate. She has been her family's unofficial in-house photographer since her first child was born 10 years ago. It's safe to assume that Kate understands composition, lighting, color theory, and the like, but she is reduced here to calling herself a mere amateur who experimented and poorly at that. Well, I agree. I wanted to explain So then Maureen says, note that she didn't do this alone. A release such as this goes through many layers, through aides and private secretaries, and perhaps even the king. Poor King Charles is on his deathbed. Why are you dragging Prince Charles into this? King Charles, I don't think King Charles had anything to do with this, right? I don't think King Charles had anything to do with this. Keep your focus on Kate and William. The Miserables of Montecito. If this is misery, give me some of that. Give me some of that, baby. Okay, so carrying on. So this is Omid Scobie. Omid Scobie selling his book, okay? Endgame. Okay, so he's taking his selfie. So this is Catherine's apology. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. Many amateur photographers. Okay, whatever. So, Maureen, it seems to me that someone should have advised against releasing a fake image. It also seems to me that this supremely bad idea could only have been executed by someone who can never be told no. So, just where is Prince William? Hashtag, where is William? Where is Kate? Where is William? Yes, William. Why hasn't he stepped up into the fray to clear his wife's name, protect his wife, and throw himself on top of her to protect her from the falling fixture. This photo, after all, was taken by him, says Maureen. Very true. What time is it? 9:12. I have to go. Even if no one believes that this is Maureen, he was behind the shoddy Photoshop. Most of us sure don't believe it was Kate, too unwell to drive, or per William, even watch this year's BAFTA-nominated films. I'm losing my voice. I'm talking to it. He would have earned the world's respect for standing in front of his wife and taking the blows. Absolutely. Instead, he remains quiet, says Maureen. Absolutely. This is true, Maureen. You know, your article is about 70% accurate. Instead, Kate was dragged out yesterday, photographed sitting next to her husband in the backseat. Did you see the profile and the double chin on that woman? Kate is the skinniest. Kate is half my body size. And I'm an ordinary, like, normal-sized woman. She's half my body size. That was not Kate's face. That woman had a wicked double chin, Maureen. Take another look. And if that was Kate, listen to what you said here at the bottom of this. You said here, there was no reason for Kate and William to be traveling together on Monday. I agree. Her car, in fact, was falling right behind. Ridiculous. If that is true, where are the photographs of her getting back into her car after William got out of his car and went into Westminster Abbey for the Commonwealth service? Where are the shots, even in profile, of Kate getting out of William's car and going into her car to continue on to her meeting or her appointment? The whole thing is so obviously insulting to the intelligence of the global collective that it leaves me breathless that these people in England are still writing these kinds of things that Kate was seen. Kate was not seen. Something was seen. Was it human? We don't even know if it was human, right? On a profile in a dark car, right? With a double chin that goes from here to Timbuktu. Kate is the skinniest woman. Kate does not have a double chin. What are you talking about? Do you see the double chin on this woman? Can you even see this woman? Do you see that this woman has like a massive chin going on there? I can't even see. I can't even see. Something is like protruding, like, you know, right? It's like a wacko excess flesh. Well, actually, maybe her face is fallen. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, Maureen, I agree in part. And then Maureen talks about Kate's interview in 2020, where she talked about her approach to photography. And she said that it's really capturing the moment and not setting stages and, you know, filtering and you know, tweaking and doing, what did she say? She amateur photographer. She does edit. No, she doesn't edit Jack. She does not edit Jack. Okay. This was fake. That note she wrote is a forgery. This should be the next headline coming out of the UK. Show proof that Kate wrote this. This is a forgery. Who is forging Kate's signature? The C is a forgery, right? The picture was a forgery. The whole thing is a forgery. And the Associated Press, in my opinion, did not reject that photograph simply for the edits and the tweaks. It is the premise. They have been tipped off, as I said in another video. Somebody told them that this whole thing is concocted and fake, right? And that it's not true. And that's why they pulled it, because the whole thing is fake. It's not just the tweaks, right? Kate is not in a position to speak for herself. The Miserables of Montecito. I mean, this is what misery looks like. Okay, well, anyway, look, I still wish Kate the best, even though I go back and forth because I get irritated that they're trying to insult my intelligence and tell me all kinds of shit. But if she is okay, if the shit they're telling me is true, then Kate has some serious problems. Maybe what they said in Radar Online is true, that William said that Kate has she's emotionally unstable, her instability emotionally. Apparently Radar Online came out with that yesterday. I just did a video on that right before that. These are allegations. I don't know if they're true, but if it is true, it explains a lot, because this is clearly is not the behavior of a queen. This is not the behavior of a queen. This is the behavior of a queen and a king, if you want to know the truth.